Hey there, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your Mutt team. Enjoy the show.
We are back today with the first round of Football Outsiders, and there is a good batch of players that will be coming out today, with one especially that I am very excited about. So, might as well get right on into it. The first player we'll be looking at is Jordan Hicks, coming in at middle linebacker for the Cardinals. Sorry, these first six will be a little bit small. These are the lower overall players, but still very excited about these particular players, and the one that I'm very excited about will be going over last. But that Jordan Hicks, unless you're a Cardinals fan, he's probably going to be a pass with that 80 speed, but he does have the ability to play in coverage a little bit better than most. So he is a potential option there if you are okay with a little bit slower potential second linebacker there. We also get another Jamie Collins senior card. He does have that Team of the Week card that did come out as a limited. So if you were not able to get that card and are a fan of him, this will be a good option for you. His stats are a little bit underwhelming on this card. He is very much an athletic linebacker, and they did only give him 81 speed. Comparing him with like an Anthony Barr that has very good athleticism and is a similar overall, I guess that does make sense, but I would like to see his speed a little bit higher on his card. Going over to cornerback, I guess the 81 speed does make sense when looking at Carlton Davis, an 85 overall cornerback coming in with 85 speed. Just very average across the board. Coverage stats, he does have the ability to come in with 86 press, being 6'1". That's an okay combination, but with all the other great cornerbacks that have came out, you could be playing with power up cards that are better than this card. Going down to the offense, looking at the tight end Darren Waller at um, 87 overall, 6'6". I do believe, if my eyes do not deceive me, 86 speed. So a very good tight end that actually might be someone that I would consider because even with that 72 run block, he would be a viable option. I did go out and get, I think, Vance McDonald, if he's the tight end still for the Steelers, that came out with the most recent promo. But with tight end with this kind of speed, I can match him up with Delaney Walker and Kittle and have a really good option there. Very happy that I'm looking at him a little bit more and remembering that tight end speeds are not really that high this year. Also, we have another nice center coming out, Weston Richburg. He is I said nice, and that was being nice to him. His awareness is the one thing that really sets him apart. Being a center, if you are having one weak spot and don't have a lot of problems with the middle of your line, he could be an option for you. But his blocking stats are very low considering he is an 86 overall. There are none of them above 81. So that is kind of strange, but he does have that 92 awareness if you're trying to make that better at one of your other positions. And the player that I am most excited about, Terry McLaurin, coming in at that 91 speed. He's actually going to be able to see the field for me with that type of speed. He's going to have a similar speed as a Brandon Cooks, but on my team, I'm going to do the best I can with him to raise up some of those other categories to make him the best he can be on my team. I think I have 20 out of 50 for my main team right now, but might be trying to get that closer to 25 now that I'm starting to get some of those better Washington players in my lineup. Very excited about this McLaurin, and you should be too. Next up, we have Amari Cooper with 87 speed. Really, the rest of his stats don't line up with that 89 overall. His mid route running is 87, which does kind of stand out compared to a lot of other receivers. They either have that short or that deep route running that is their best attribute, but with a Cooper, he just runs different routes and is a little bit different than some other great wide receivers. You almost have to scheme him into your system than the other way around. So just keep that in mind before picking him up. Another player that I'm very excited about, and hopefully will be able to get him added to my team through I don't think I'm going to be using my power up pass by any means, but definitely going to be adding him into that path, hopefully just by getting his Outsiders card. Danielle Hunter, sorry for the long lead in there without giving you his name, but he is someone that I've had on my team, and with his speed on the defensive line, he is someone that you can put in a QB spy from that position. And if you aren't able to necessarily run down a Michael Vick, you're able to at least keep him boxed in significantly better than if you're doing that with a 78 speed, 79 speed guy. And he's someone that you can move into defensive tackle position when you have a Kevin Green, Lawrence Taylor, Cleo Mack out on the outside. So just keep that in mind. He's a great option for that. Doesn't really stand out with his block shed, and finesse move isn't quite high enough to stand out in that regard, but just his high speed does help him stand out and allow you to do some special things with him. For the Packers, we have Jair Alexander, another getting up there cornerback. I was going to say elite, but his man coverage and zone coverage aren't quite where they really should be with the way he's been playing on the field. His speed, acceleration, and agility definitely are, though. Those are all over his 88 overall that he comes with. So the highest one being agility at 90 and the other ones being 89. He is going to be a terrific athlete, and with his next card, he is going to be one of the best cornerbacks in the game with his speed, acceleration, and agility straight across the board. Just a little bit disappointed his card is not at that point at this time. And we have Ronnie Stanley at the left tackle position. Again, his awareness is the only thing that really stands out for him. His pass block finesse, is not terrible, but isn't going to get you anywhere close to 90. And this is just a hard pass, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, hopefully Stanley can come in and play well for those Rams teams, potentially play a tight end position as well, but just not going to be a player that is going to make my team. For Football Outsiders, it is also a good opportunity to get those special teams players into the game in kind of an elite fashion that doesn't upset a fan base when the 90 overall card for a promo and their team is a punter or a kicker. So, very excited they do have a better way of getting them in the game in a way that everyone can agree with. And in that way, Thomas Morstead does come in the game at 90 overall, 89 kick power, and 89 kick accuracy as a punter if that is something you are worried about. I just try to get a halfway decent kick power guy, and the punter is definitely the last player that I consider for my team. Like in fantasy football, you always pick the kicker and the defense last. Punter is the last player that I always upgrade because hopefully he doesn't ever see the field, and when he does, hopefully it's just to change field position slightly. And at kicker, we have Joey Sly. I hope I said that correctly because honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen or heard his name pronounced before. But he comes in at 90 kick power and 86 kick accuracy. He's going to be a very legit kicker with that 90 kick power. He's going to be upper echelon and give you the opportunity to make kicks that you probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to make otherwise. His awareness is very low, but not something you necessarily need to concern yourself with when he's knocking through those 60-yard field goals. Might need a little wind behind your back, but he can definitely still get it there. Kind of weird that he's wearing Casey's number, but I think Panthers fans will be able to get past that since he is playing so very well. But that is what we have for Football Outsiders. Excited to get more videos out for you. Wish I would have gotten a couple out yesterday so these weren't all as jam-packed as they potentially will be, but we might figure out a way to spread them out. But that is what we have for right now. Let me know if you were going to be getting any of these. I definitely would look at McLaurin for a budget beast, sprinter, or a streak player on your outside. He's definitely going to be that for my team. Wish you all the best. Take care.
Thank you for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back for more Madden knowledge. There will be consistent videos up every week, so make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage and hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care and much love, everybody.